then what this man came in here and said yesterday, he told no lies.
Well, if he said it's a video of me fucking this man,
no, I don't know nothing about the video.
That's what he said.
Well, I didn't know that. I know he said that you had dealings with your son's enemy, right? And let's say you sending fake pictures, whatever. That's great, but we know in order for that conversation to get there, then it had to been some form of cordial conversation going on, right? Now, I don't know if that means you had some type of cordial conversation with this man for him to ask you for some pussy pictures, regardless of what pussy pictures you sent him. Then what this man said, like you communicating a cordial with his op. So Hassan, you got something you want to say?
No, you know what? I'm humbled by the voice of the sister. We all come from poverty and pain, and it's deep. The only thing I really have to say, from this point on, if I could help Duck's mom with the kids and the grandkids, or just to bring more awareness to the street violence, to bring a stop to it, because people don't understand my method, the method of madness that I deal with.
People doing their job too. That's like you doing your job. It's others doing their job too.
You know what? But it's
for my nephew.
It's not. But see, you know what? It's not enough, because the reality of it is, until we face the skeletons in the closet, it's like.
What you looking for, baby?
What the problem is,
from somebody, you all the way in New York, what you want from us in the shack? Because we walk in these streets and we provide for these children, and they're all into structured education and personalized learning, and all of these things to guide them on a path of greatness. What are you talking about all the way from New York, baby, about some of the Chicago violence?
I'm glad you said that.
Control over.
I'm glad you said that, and I'm gonna answer that. What I want you to understand now, the Chicago violence done spread to my community like a cancer. Brooklyn and the Bronx has the most. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, because it has. But listen to what I'm saying, because the reality. You asked me a question. Let me answer that. Disrespecting the dead was birthed in Chicago. You have Chicago gangs now based in Brooklyn and in the Bronx, right? All I see through my city now, New York. Listen,
Chicago invade New York.
Listen, I thought we came here to communicate, not to argue. You got two ears, one mouth. You ask me a question, but you won't listen to my answer. You see what I'm saying? We can't solve a problem if there's no communication. You see what I'm saying? And the bottom line to it is Chicago, locking dudes up. Okay, cool. They're going to go to jail, but they birthing new criminals. As soon as those ones get locked up, there's some new ones being created the same exact day. So the problem is, one of the main problems, or rather the solution to the problem is that Chicago has this code of the street where you can't talk about Chicago. I'm not with that. New York has this code of the street where you can't talk about the ignorance that happened because it's gossip. But you can sit up there and kill, you can disrespect the dead, you can shoot up funerals. I mean, for me, enough is enough.
It's done for the cloud.
Enough is enough, because it's too many candles being burnt in front of too many buildings and not enough people saying nothing. I don't just want to see dudes get locked up. I want to see the birth of the death of this nation stop. I want to see the black community is on life support. The black community is on life support, and not enough people is doing enough. The reality of it is, everything starts at home. The killers are being birthed and sent out in the streets from black homes. The black mother, in some cases, is the worst thing that happened to black children. The reality of it is, if you gave Nat Turner 1,000 guns from the CIA, he's going to turn it on the slave master. But if you give a bunch of real niggas from Chicago some guns, they going to turn it on each other. But I'm a gossiping, or whatever they want to call me, because I'm opening up people's eyes to this ignorance.
All right, Hassan, listen to me respectfully, right? the problem in Chicago, it didn't start with Duck. It ain't going to end with Duck. And I know I got a lot of ties with people like JoJo Capone and people that really been in that jungle. That's also the home base of the Nation of Islam, the Fruit of Islam, right? So when it comes to a lot of conversation about Chicago, because some of those people are not on this platform that I know if they was here, they would really have something to say. What I will tell you is, let Chicago regulate Chicago. I hear what you're saying, but you got fish to fry in New York. And because them people ain't here, and I got a lot of respect for these people, right? Because they just like us, right? I don't want you to bark at her on Chicago politics. I believe she know what's going on out there. And again, it didn't start with Duck. It didn't end with Duck. So you getting a little too deep and a little political, like it lies on them, right? I think you spoke your piece. What I wanted you to do was kind of make the peace and not create more friction, and let's let the powers that be in Chicago, let them deal with Chicago respectfully, because that's their jungle. And me or you ain't from there, so it's only so far and only so much we can say. You know what I'm saying? So, because if JoJo Capone was here, somebody else was here, they would be saying, homie, that's my jungle, this our people, let us deal with that, because there's things going on in your jungle that's just like it's going on in our jungle. Put the energy over there and let them deal with that over there. And they dealing with it. It may not be as fast as we would like, but it ain't worse as it was, you know. And it may be still bad, but every jungle is different. It's gonna take time. So I can't respectfully let you keep going in at Chicago out of respect to my comrades over there. Let's kill what need to happen over there and just focus on you kind of making the peace. You know what I mean? With this young lady, if that's what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. But on the Chicago tip, let's kind of get away from what need to happen over there and kind of get back online with, with the personal thing with you and them. Respectfully.
Here's the key, right? As far as with peace, I'm always extending peace. I have nothing but love for my people. But see, the thing about it is, like, I don't think you understand, Wack. When this audio hits the internet, right, and people listen, do you understand how many people reach out to me and tell me, yo, your words woke me up? Silence is approval.
Oh no, I understand.
Silence is approval. And when people hear me speak, it doesn't wake everybody up, but somebody wakes up. And if I could save one life, then that's all it takes. And people don't realize sometimes you don't have to be in the streets of Chicago. The same way you could drop an album and those words could infect somebody's ear and turn them into poison, you could also drop an album or drop some words over this internet and say things that make these young boys wake up and say, you know what, this ain't the route to take. Because these kids out there being birthed into a lifestyle that's being glorified, you have to let them know. The number one solution to the problem, everybody say, well, what's your solution? The solution is to make these young kids understand that everything that they was taught was backwards. And then they have to learn to hate this in their heart. And once these kids start to hate what they're being taught to hate by the parents, which is these wicked streets and this gang culture, then mothers like FBG Duck mother will never have to cry again. Right now, I pray for the other 5 children and the grandchildren that she has, because the reality of it is there's no guarantee that these wicked ass streets ain't gonna come for them next. There's no mercy.
You're right.
Tomorrow is not promised.
Church, we have scholarships in our elementary school. We have scholarships in our local library. We have scholarships in our local high schools. That's 4 scholarships for deserving deserving students to be standout and exceptionals and have victory over the odds and do great things in the city of Chicago, which so many of them do. Because out of all the kids, they all were graduates. Duck the only one that didn't graduate from high school, and he became a multi-millionaire, and so over a quarter billion views as far as his craft. So we working in this city. We working, baby. We'll never let our kids just not feel safe on being able to go to the playground. We are true advocates in our community. And there's many of people that will speak for it when they don't have anything to do with this rap, baby. We talk about our big mama. advocates in the city. Do your research, please, and thank you.
So Hassan, what she's saying is being steps made, things that wasn't necessary there for her nieces and nephews that they putting in place now. You know, everything got a process, right? So, you know, I hear it in her voice. Me personally, right? Me personally, I'm feeling some kind of way because I hear it in her voice, and I don't want this sister to feel like she under attack. The fact that they came to this platform, to this room, and had the conversation, the fact that you, Hassan, pulled up and manned up and was man enough to have the conversation, because you know this shit could have went anywhere as a negative or a positive light. I commend you on that. But I know it's a few powers to be in Chicago. Maybe, Hassan, we can put you with them, and then you can let them know that, you know, your services or whatever it may be is available if they want to use them. But I don't think she's the one to direct the overall Chicago problematic. You know what I'm saying? She's the one to try to put closure to the duck back and forth that's been going on between your blog and their family, is where I'm at with it.
Right. I don't want the sister to feel like, listen, when you come off compassionate, because that's what it's my passion to wake my people up. I don't want them sisters to feel like I'm attacking them or whatever the case. The video that's up on my platform, I put it up prior after I heard all the disrespect. So I don't plan on making any more videos. There is a video up, you know, that I was basically talking about taking accountability, but I don't wish no harm or no malice towards the sister. I think she's been through enough. The only thing I say to us as a people, so when I address, because I know this audio was going to go out, when I address this situation, I'm addressing all of us as a people, because we all have a job to do. You know, Chicago, Chicago, it takes a village. You know, and it takes voices. So I'm just trying to play my part, whether it be on this internet, whichever way I can, to bring awareness to all the things that's going on. But I don't want the sister to feel like this is just an attack on her, because everything that goes on in Chicago is not her fault. But at the same time, we have to understand as a people, we have to enter the nest, because we could march up and down these streets and we could come up with all types of programs outside. But until we cure the problem with inside these homes, between like there is not a program that's going to work in a building when the child is in a home with a dope fiend with a needle in its arm, raising itself, being molested. So we have to figure out how to stop the problems, like, which is one of the main things, is the drugs and the gang culture. Because once you make a song and you disrespect somebody's dead, there's no squashing that beef. So why is it that there's music